Start. Okay, hello and welcome to our webinar today. My name is Boris Polyakov and I will be your host for today. I am assisted also by my colleagues. They are in the YouTube chat. So if you will have any questions as I will be doing the webinar today, please feel free to address them in the YouTube chat. It will be either me or my colleagues answering them as you write. So the topic of today's webinar is the ISE, specifically the highlights from our brand AREC, this time in Barcelona. I am already using some of the things that we have demonstrated on the show. For example, the voice that you can hear is coming from our new microphone system that I'll be talking about today. The content that you see on the screen behind me and you will see right now in the slides, it's also coming from our new system called ARECast. It's a wireless content sharing tool. Again, I will be sharing information about that shortly. So let's start. To begin with, for those of you who do not know our company, Addenda Limited is the company representing AREC worldwide. We are present in more than 80 countries. We provide training, we provide sales, we provide marketing support, everything when it comes to recording, streaming, and tracking in different languages. Like today, for example, we earlier had a webinar in Russian, right now in English, later on we will have it in Spanish. And everything that you need for your project when it comes to education, corporate, healthcare, or another market, we have it all. Now, what exactly is the main product that we are selling? It is the media capture system. Media capture system is a solution that consists of different elements. Elements like cameras, auto tracking systems, media stations, and accessories. To give you a good understanding, like a very brief and a good understanding of the product, which is the media station, I'm just going to show you this camera right now. And I'm going to hold one media station in my hands as a demonstration. This is LS110. LS110 is an entry-level media station. It is a two-channel model, meaning that you can connect two different video sources. It can be a computer and a network camera, for example, or another combination. Now, you can connect HDMI and network devices to be your video sources. You can connect 3.5 and USB or HDMI to be your audio sources. Specifically about LS110, it has this unique feature that makes it perfect for the conference rooms and lecture halls. This unique feature is the ability to admit and output 4K. You can connect, for example, an interactive display, let's say Clever Touch or any other brand that you can think of, and then you can output it on a 4K projector, maybe Epson or any other projector that you like. And then you can combine them with the other equipment that is present in your conference room, in your lecture hall, maybe control panels, give it an extra value to also have the ability to record and stream this content, mixing the cameras, mixing the 4K content, and then streaming it to your audience, whether it is local or abroad. Now, let's continue on with the presentation. Now that we have covered the basics, we can start talking about the main part of today's webinar, which is what is the new that we did on the ISE. Starting with NDI. Now, NDI as a technology, it's already quite widespread. People are aware of it. Now, we are also taking care to keep up with the times and introduce NDI to our products. The reason why we want to do this is because NDI is really a useful protocol to have in your project. Why exactly? It's because it is simple. You're able to connect all sorts of devices just using the network. It saves you time, it saves you budget. Just because you do not need to bring an HDMI cable from all across the room, you do not need to worry about converting the different signals. So it can replace SDI, it can replace HDMI, it can replace USB, and it will all bring the video and audio with a low latency all over the network. So we have introduced NDI to two of our products already, the LSUS2 being our recent introduction, and we are now able to connect all these sources that I've just mentioned, like phones, tablets, computers, and cameras, all via NDI, making it possible to have a cable-less production. Now, I want to show you specifically why you want to use NDI in your project, and I'm going to do this by opening NDI Tools, which is a free-to-use application from the company that created NDI in the first place, and that is NewTek. So now I'm going to switch to this camera, and I'm going to also leave my slides, and I'm going to open NDI Tools. So this application, you can download it for free, as I mentioned just already from the NewTek website, and it allows you to use your NDI in any way possible. For example, you want to bring an NDI device into your computer and make it a webcam. So for this, use the webcam input tool. Once you run it, you will have it lowered in your Windows. Now, just if I click the right button over here, you will see this icon, webcam input. So right click, and you can select any other NDI device which is in the same network as your computer and make it a source. So for example, I have LSUS2 connected in my network. It's to the left of me. You cannot see it right now, but it is already selected. And you can adjust the video resolution, for example. You can adjust the audio parameters of the device that you are connecting. And then when you open any sort of application, it can be OBS, it can be Vimix, it can be Skype, it can be Teams, it can be Zoom, it can be anything. You're able to select this device as your network camera. So I am now going to show you just this. As you can see right now, there is the webcam, the LSUS2 being the webcam. And then you also see the same camera. It's connected via USB on the LSUS2. It is connected via network on the LSUS2 as well. This is brought via NDI to my computer. So you can see that there is no latency when I'm using NDI and when I'm using standard connections. Now, I'm also going to show you other things that you can do with NDI. Here's, for example, screen capture. Screen capture does somewhat of a reverse of what webcam input does, in the sense that if you want to make your computer, for example, available on the NDI network, if you want to connect it as a network camera or as a webcam, you are using this tool. So I'm launching it right now on this computer, and I have it already here. I'm able to select the same things like bandwidth, resolution, frame rate, so adjust the parameters, the audio. And then when I go into the into the interface of the media station, if I scroll down over here, you're able to see this computer available as a network camera. All you need to do is just scan the network devices on your media station, and you will find every NDI device there. So if I click on here, press apply, my computer will now be brought as content via NDI. No need for HDMI, no need for USB or anything like that. So what other things you can do with NDI? Well, as you can see, there are plenty of tools over here. There is, for example, Studio Monitor that allows you to see all of the NDI-enabled devices in your network, control them, monitor them. There are other things that you can do here, but they are not the focus of today's webinar. We are likely going to do one in the future about this, so stay tuned, and we will announce it when the time comes. Now, I want to proceed with the presentation, with the webinar, so let's just jump back to the slides and continue. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm also using our new accessory called ARECast as part of this webinar. ARECast is responsible for sending computer content from the computer into the media station. And that is how you are seeing these slides. They are right now transmitted wirelessly by ARECast. And it works just like this. There is a simple button on this accessory that if you press, it will stop the sharing of content. If you press it again, it will start it again. So I'm going to do just that. I have pressed the button right now. You're not going to see any content anymore, except my camera. And I press it again, the content reappears. This device, ARECast, it works on Wi-Fi technology, so it's a perfect addition to a conference room, to a lecture hall, anywhere where you want to have a sleek, cable-less environment. So let's continue on with AM360. AM360 is our new kind of positioner that we developed for the infrared tracking cameras. It fits any standard 40mm width handheld microphones, and it can work together with all of our infrared tracking cameras like T21H or CIT10. I want to show you how this works, so I'm going to switch the view to my camera right now, and I have microphone with a positioner over here. So this is just a sample microphone. As I said, it can fit any standard microphone. When I turn on the AM360, the camera starts tracking it. It will automatically adjust the zoom as well if it needs to, depending on the distance. And using this kind of microphone tracking, you're able to track the second presenter, you're able to track the audience member. You can have different scenarios in which you want to use this. Maybe at some point you do not have the ability or the desire to wear a necklace kind of positioner, so this would be a great idea for a replacement to provide auto tracking. Now, I'm going to turn it off and proceed. We also have this another addition to the infrared tracking technology, which is ITT. You're seeing right now a short clip of how there are two infrared cameras tracking different targets in the same place. This is something that we are now able to do with our infrared tracking technology. All you need for this is to have at least one CIT21H and another camera. It can be either another CIT21H or CIT10. One of the cameras will be made with a different infrared address, which will allow it to track a different infrared positioner. So if you would like to have this in your project, maybe you have a task to track two active targets, maybe you have another kind of need where you need to track two different targets in the same place, please let us know on when you are placing the order, and we are going to make those cameras unique for you, just like with ITT Technology. Then, like I mentioned at the beginning, for audio, I'm using RADA Duo. This is our new wireless microphone system. It works on the radio UHF frequencies and works on a distance of up to 50 meters effectively. You can have two of these microphones active at the same time. I'm using one right now, and I have a colleague nearby who is also going to activate the microphone right now, and we should be able to hear her, provided the microphone is on, and I do believe it's on, so please say something.
Hello everyone, this is Anastasia using the second microphone right now.
So, just like this, you can see that you can have two microphones active at the same time, and this way you can, combined with ITT, be able to have the sound of the two speakers, of the two presenters, and also the tracking of the two presenters, so you can achieve those kinds of scenarios now. Then one more solution that we have for you today is the ARECare. ARECare is not a specific product like, let's say, RADA Duo or ARECast is. Rather, this is our new way of providing solutions for your projects, for telemedical projects and others. It can be based on software, it can be based on hardware, it can be combining both of these approaches. Specifically, recently, we were working on a project for the NTUH hospital in Taiwan, so I'm going to show you this short clip. We developed software for tablets that the patient needs to install, and after they do this, they are able to request a meeting with a doctor. The doctor has a similar application for their computer. When they accept the call with the patient, they are able to see each other, they are having a video conference call, but what makes it different is that it is secure, it is private, and they have a lot of special things, such as, for example, annotations, ability to connect medical equipment and to display it, and to have group calls as well with the other doctors. So you can have a consilium and other medical discussions right there. So with ARECare, you are able to accomplish all sorts of custom project needs. It can be based purely on software, like in this case, but it can also combine hardware. Like, for example, we did in another project where we needed to also record the medical equipment, specifically the Siemens scanners, and also the blood vessel scanners, and to provide a recording of this, a combined mixed image that goes into the video conference as well to discuss with the patients. So, if you have a project need, something like that, maybe something different, we are able to discuss it. Just visit our website, write about your project, and we can narrow down the specific needs that you have for this and come up with a solution. So, that's it about the ISE highlights from us for today. Thank you very much for attending the webinar. It was a pleasure to give this short demonstration for you, whether you attended the ISE or not. If you have any other questions right now, please write them in the YouTube chat comments. I will be joining them shortly to answer any of the questions you have. If you want to, as well, subscribe to our LinkedIn. We have a lot of useful information that we're posting there frequently. We have a YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to it and get the updates on the videos. So thank you very much for attending. Stay tuned for the next webinar and have a good day. Bye-bye.